Hello everybody, my name is Richard Vigorelli and this is the Vigorelli Institute. I'm going to turn that just a slight, there we go. Okay, that's better. Now, I just finished actually eating dinner. It is a little bit past 6:20 right now, and fraud calls are going to be coming up soon, so we're going to go ahead and turn on the Do Not Disturb. So, I have finished reading Isom #1, okay? And before I actually review it and, tell you exactly what I thought and all of that, I want to let you know a few things about me, okay? Now, I do consider myself to be a geek / nerd. I mean, I've got a master's degree in a scientific discipline. It's not science. Shut up. Required a dissertation, you dingus. Anyway. Okay, moving on. Now, I have studied and learned a great deal about comic book industry, world, watched a lot of movies. One of my favorites is Fifth Element. I am a Monty Python fan, etc., etc., etc. Now, this is not Isom #1. This is Watchmen. Okay, this is the full graphic novel, Alan Moore, absolute classic. It is also the only one that I own. Here's why. Where I grew up, reading stuff like this was all but banned. Okay? It was not sold in the stores. Amazon didn't exist at the time. There were 3 comic book stores in the entire valley, and they were all in very, very bad places. Okay? So, only the poor kids read comic books. Okay? Everybody else, well, you had to make do with what was on TV. Okay? So, I grew up on X-Men. The X-Men animated series, Batman animated series, beautiful, Justice League, etc. Okay, all of those kid shows I watched. Okay, even the really bad ones from the '60s, that memes are now produced from. Okay, all of that. Okay, I'm very well versed in. But up until my late 20s would be probably early 30s. Yeah, would be the very first time I ever read an actual comic book. I didn't know how. Okay, it's not like they teach it in school. Or should they? Okay, I was told that people that read comics were stupid. It's not real literature. And if you're doing this, you are wasting your life. Well, started dating a girl. Very first girlfriend I had when I was in California. She was a huge comic book geek, and she taught me a few things. I tried to sit down and read the first issue of Kingdom Come, and I could not get into it. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't get it, okay? It wasn't until a few years later, in my 30s, that I actually sat down and read a fricking comic book, okay? And that was Watchmen. Okay. Now, I already knew the story beforehand, and that's because I watched a channel on YouTube called Beyond the Lot, where they did kind of a dramatic reading of it, and then, I also got to see Watchmen the night before it premiered in LA. It was a little special. I own it now. Anyway. Fantastic story, by the way. So, the reason why I don't own more graphic novels is because times when I wanted to buy them, I would go to buy them and then something would come up. It was like, well, I kind of need that money now, so sorry, bro. There's a few that I would like to get. I have them on my Amazon wish list. If you guys post it in the comments, you want me to make it public, I will. I'll post that onto my Twitter. And if you guys want to do me a solid and get them on Amazon, that would be cool of you. Thank you. Okay? So, in a lot of ways then, I am very much so a normie, okay? Because my knowledge of, I guess you could say, geek culture is heavily corporatized, okay? It is what was taken from the original creator, distilled down into a version that they could do dramatic tellings of, be it live action or animated action, and then that was condensed even further because of whatever time period we're talking about, and then it's what I remember, because most of this happened when I was a kid, okay? So coming to this, I am very much so unknown, okay? This is very brand new to me. So you can trust what I say is going to be very, very honest, all right? Now, I really like the art style, okay? The art style, let's go ahead and crack this open. Okay, Eric July wrote the story. He came up with the characters, he created the world, etc. Okay, now Cliff Richards is the artist. He is the guy that came up with all the pretty pictures. Okay, never mind the coloring. That was done by a different guy, Gabe Eltabe. Yes, we'll go with that. Anyway, he's the one that colored it in, made it look good. Otherwise, it would be monochrome and possibly kind of blah. Okay. Some comic books actually work for that. Original Ninja Turtles, by the way. I got to say, I have seen bits of that online. Kind of looks interesting. Okay. Well, what this is basically a pilot. Okay. Remember, I cut my teeth in writing on scripts. Okay. The fact that I am now a self-published author on Amazon is actually kind of odd. I got into it because nobody wanted to buy my scripts. So, there we are. It's because I was a dude. Anyway. One production company literally told me that when I queried them. That was before woke was a thing. Now, this is what you would watch if you turn on the TV early fall, mid-fall, on whatever channel it is that's going to do superheroes, by the way, and this is the very first show. Okay, that's one of the reasons why it's so short. Okay, versus this. Okay, this is essentially a miniseries. Okay, or an entire season. Okay, things like Kingdom Come or God Loves Man Kills, Injustice, etc. Those are arguably seasons of a show, okay, just because they have a certain flavor to them and all of that, all right? This is a single episode, okay? That's why it's number one, okay? Now, when I started reading this, you know, I did learn how to read comic books, so I know what's going on. This first page, this bit right here, I honestly didn't like, okay? That is very honest. I didn't get the tone of it. I don't know why it's there. That might be answered later. We'll see. But for right now, it's just a holy crap, what is this moment? All right. Meanwhile, in the main story, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Okay. So we got a guy. I guess it's a friend or a little sister or something like that's gone missing. And he's got to go figure it out. So, tracks it into organized crime. And some stuff happens. And he meets the beautiful and illustrious blonde vixen. Here, you get a good picture. Where'd it go? Where did you go, Ray? Okay. Yaira. Yabon, baby. Let's turn it. There we go. Okay. And it's after a fight with these guys. Turn. There we go. Okay. He meets her. They get into a scuffle. Everybody's got, quite a few people have got powers in this world. They are called accepts, and I'm guessing that is, well, everybody does this except for these guys. They do this thing. Super strength, flight, energy production, etc. Okay, pretty standard for comic book. Okay, pretty standard for superheroes. Superheroes, by the way, are copywritten by both Marvel and DC. So legally speaking, if you write any kind of property, you cannot call your superpowered individuals superheroes or supervillains. You legally cannot do that. Just to let you know. Okay, so if you're going to write something like this, you have to come up with something completely different, and he did accepts. Okay, I'm cool with that. Okay, other properties have called them augments, alphas, soups, etc. Okay, it just kind of depends. Anyway, story is quasi-noir, I guess you could say. Kind of a grasp, though. I don't really think so. Pretty standard hero story. He's a reluctant hero. He doesn't want to do it, but he has to. It's a matter of pride. It's a matter of honor. And apparently in the past, and this will probably come out in a future issue / episode, we'll discover that he was doing stuff years and years ago, because this is not exactly how he looks. Okay? Neither is this. This is something else entirely. Okay? Now, at the end of the book, I'm not going to spoil a whole lot here, okay? I'm doing my best. If you want to know, get something yourself, okay? Pony up the cash. This ran me $50, and quite a bit of that went to that squiggle, okay? If you want the author to sign the work for you, you're going to pay over and above, dude, okay? Deal with it, okay? I'm willing to bet standard retail on something like this would probably be upwards of, $10, $20. Fine. Okay, I'd pay that. Okay, especially with as gorgeous as it is. Okay, it is a very good story. I read it cover to cover, I'd say in about 30 minutes. I read slow because I like to digest and think about what I'm reading as I'm reading it. Okay, I don't just breeze through stuff, by the way. Speed reading is complete and total BS. Okay. Now at the end, they set up, they're kind of post-credit scenes. Okay, check this out. That is Eric July in comic dude form. Okay, says we ain't done yet, and there's a lot of meaning behind that. Okay. We've got, I guess it's some kind of holy team. That's a band. It's very, very teaser. Don't entirely know what this is going to be. Can't wait to find out. It's also got a line in here, rippaverse, we will win. By the way, I'm the one that said, hey, let's hashtag that. You're welcome. Okay. Then they go off and they're talking about stuff that they need to do. It's very, very inexact. They are called Norfrika. Boom. Right there. Okay. Which I think looks kind of cool. These guys do not appear to be slouches. They're some kind of Nordic rock band thing. I guess they've been around for a while. Isom number 2 is going to be called Ill-Advised. Okay. That's going to get pretty intense, it looks like. Can't wait to see that. And absolutely, completely agree. Respect the source. Okay? Respect what came before you. Okay? That is, again, Eric July, right there. This is his code of ethics, by the way. I have a very similar thing on my website, and yes, I will accept fan fiction should you decide to do it. You do have to buy my books first. Okay? If something tickles you, throw it in. Okay? Send it to me. Let's talk. Okay? If you don't, it's apocrypha and not accepted. Okay? He has the exact same idea. Okay? Here at the back, got some future art for Yaira. She will be back later. Okay? Can't wait. So, I enjoyed the story. And I honestly can't wait to read more from this universe. I think it looks really, really cool. That being said, I don't know if I am going to buy Isom number 2, or if I'm going to wait for the trade paperback to come out, if it even will exist. Given Eric's personality, given the way he is and how he understands business, I'm expecting him to. Because there is a market out there for people that don't want to chase around a bunch of stuff in their house. Okay? 10 of these takes up a lot more room than one of these. Okay? But Richard, look. Okay? Look at the size. Look at the size difference. Okay? Look at that. Okay? That's because of the cover. Okay? The cover adds a lot to it. Oh! By the way, before I forget. Okay? He put an advertisement in here. It is literally the only advertisement in the entire book. Okay? I'm going to show it to you if I can find it. Come here, come here, come here. By the way, I really like the action sequences in here. Very, very well done. Kudos to the art. Kudos to the writing of it. Very well done. It is exactly what I would expect to have in a pilot. Okay, you don't want to go too hard, but you don't want to be too soft either. Okay, you want to show me this is what we can do, but I don't want your best fight because, well, that's your best one, and you just blew your load, dude. Okay. Here is the ad. Okay, this is his wife's company. Okay? She makes custom jewelry. By the way, I follow both of them on Twitter, and she actually said it wasn't my idea to put it in. It was Eric's. Okay? Do you know why he did that? He was doing something nice for his wife. Okay? That's what a real man does. A real man takes care of his wife. If you disagree with me, handle it in the comments. You can even come yell at me on Twitter. Bring it. Okay. One of the things with this is there's a lot of cliffhanger moments. There's a lot of stuff that's like, wait! That's not resolved! Why is he going in there with that thing? Okay. And yes, that is obviously to bait me into following. Okay, which it's effective. Okay, there is something going on. There's a lot going on in this world. I want to know what it is. Okay, like I said before, I am probably going to wait to purchase another piece until the trade paperback comes out, just because, well, Watchmen. Okay, I am a person that values efficient use of space. Because, well, I've lived in very, very tiny places, okay? So I like things to be extremely efficient. I tend to cut lines with things that are excessively bulky, okay? I do have some things that I've kept for nostalgia reasons. I also have things that I have kept because I really, really like it and I want to make sure it exists later. At least I'm the last one, okay? I do have things from my writing group, poems, short stories that I thought were really, really good. So I kept my sample copy of it. It is not the final piece. It is something that I cherish, okay? That is in my personal library, just as this will be, because this is a piece of history, okay? So if you want to get this, okay, now this version no longer exists, okay? He, I believe, did say on his website and YouTube and Twitter, Eric July, that Isom #1 cover version number 3 is still available for purchase. I think you're going to have to go to rippaverse.com in order to get your own copy. As far as I know, this is not sold in stores at this time. Okay? Just because of logistical reasons, okay? I bought this back in July. It arrived today. Today is October 4. Okay? I was actually projecting this to arrive on my by about my birthday. I was almost right. My birthday is this coming Monday on the 10th, so happy birthday to me then. Okay? That is about all I've got for it. So I do recommend getting it. If you want to wait for the trade paperback, wait for the trade paperback. Okay? If you want to do the, at one episode at a time as they come up, feel free. It looks like it's going to be a potentially bi-yearly, okay? I checked him on Twitter a couple of days ago. I think he's 40 pages in. Again, I am not sure if I am going to get number 2 right now or not, okay? It just kind of depends on how much it's going to run, kind of depends on when it's going to be available and how much money I've got lying around, okay? I do have other things that need that money. So there we are, okay? We will see. But rest assured, Eric July, you have a customer in me, okay? And I recommend anybody watching this, if you want something new with good artwork, a very good story, and you want to support somebody who is essentially self-made, go ahead and buy that comic. Okay? You will not be sorry. I am very pleased with my purchase, and I will be returning. I do not know when, but I will be returning. So, thank you everyone for watching. Again, my name is Richard Vigorelli. If you would like to support me and my writing, please visit my websites, vimandvigorelli.com and vigintmed.com. I have merchandise. I have books. I even do astrological readings. Okay? All of that is listed there. If you would like to even get in touch with me, you can go ahead and shoot me an email. I'm happy to chat with you. Okay? If you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. You can even tell me I am the worst human being on the planet. I actually think it's funny. Just please say something. Okay? Alright, guys. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.